everyone, welcome back. So it's been a long time on YouTube. It's been a long time. I'm still tweeting and I'm still posting on Instagram and all that, but it's just been a bit difficult for YouTube. So this video is going to be a bit of a brain dump, a bit of a chat, a bit of like, So what did I want to talk about? I haven't written notes, I just can't speak, losing it. I wrote down like video ideas, and this one just doesn't have a name, it just has chat, update, current situation, explain. So I might look through my tweets as well and see and like say the relevant things. So just quick, I hope everyone's okay. I hope you're all safe and sound and staying home and just following the rules and the guidelines, and just I hope you're coping okay. My current situation, sorry I look like this, you'll understand in a little while why I look like shit. So just to give you a bit of a background so I can explain where on earth I am. Mid-February I moved out of my rented house. I'd been there for 4 years, and I moved out of my rented house because at the end of last year, Tom, my partner, and I, Tom is my partner, not Tom, my partner and I, Tom is my partner. So my partner and I put an offer in on a house, and we got that house. I am in that house, but hold that thought. We knew we weren't going to be moving in till sort of February, March time. So what I did was spoke with my lovely landlord at the rented place, and we sort of said, you know, I'll move out mid-February. So I did. And in between living there and living in the new house, I was going to float between my family home and Tom's family home. So obviously my entire house was packed up, some of the furniture was sold, but everything that I'm keeping and my belongings and stuff are all packed up in my parents' garage. So I'm so grateful to them that they've got such a massive garage space, so all my stuff's there. However, I obviously kept things reachable, such as my iMac, cameras. I've got maybe like 4 outfits on rotate, pyjamas, underwear, makeup, skincare, just sort of stuff like that. Because I was thinking, well, I'll just be at my parents for like, what, a week maybe? So there was no problems with our house, like with the purchase, that was all fine. I think because we were in a chain, the people that were in here were waiting to move to theirs, so it took a little longer, but that's fine. So I was in my parents' house and Tom's for like, let's say 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and it was fine, I was coping. And then, I'm not very good at this timeline because I can't think properly. I told you it was going to be a brain dump. Then all this happened. The world pandemic happened, and it's very difficult on everyone, of course. So I don't want to sound like I'm being ignorant to like everything that's going on, because I'm really not. I'm just trying to explain my situation. So that all happened, and when Boris Johnson made his announcement that we were going into lockdown, I was already at Tom's family home with him and his mum. And my mum and dad were like, you've got to decide what you want to do. And it was like, I don't know what I want to do. Who am I not going to see for 3 weeks? But the other sort of factor was my mum is like the sole carer for 2 elderly people that are both very vulnerable. I mean, she looks after them anyway, and she was worried about me coming in contact with her, and then just, you know, they really wanted me there, and I wanted to be with them. I wanted to be with everyone. I want all of my people in like a big house, but obviously that can't happen. I can't see my sister, you can't see your friends, can't see anyone. So I thought, right, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm staying with Tom and his mum. Which also means I don't have Rupert with me. So my heart is breaking every single day because I miss my baby, and he loves being with my parents. It's his mummy Jane, Dad Lewis, he loves it there, so he's fine, I'm not worried about that. I just miss him. I'm not dogless though, because Tom's mum has like 4 dogs, so we're all, you know, hanging out with dogs. So I'm really lucky that, you know, we all get along so well. It's only been like a week so far that we've been in lockdown, but Tom is the designated household shopper, so he's going out once a week. Tom's mum has an autoimmune disease, so she is very vulnerable, and I have a suppressed immune system due to my health conditions, and so I've got to be really, really careful. The only places I'm going is their garden for our daily walk and to our new home, which I'm sat in right now, because the family that were in here before really deep cleaned it. It's been an amazing addition, and it smells completely clean, and we're taking precautions, and it's hard because I can't show my family around, and it's supposed to be like this really like exciting time, and although we are so excited and we're so happy and like this is our home, we can't move into it yet, obviously. Things need doing, and rightly so. No workers are going to come out and do it. We can't go around like the shops and think, yep, we want this floor, yep, we want that paint. So it's a bit of a waiting process. However, it does mean I can do an empty house tour, and I can sit down and film here with a plain white background, because Tom's family home is gorgeous, but I don't want to sort of interrupt what's going on. Like, I don't want to sit down and like, everyone be quiet, I'm going to sit and film, because there's just dogs everywhere, which I love, but it's not, you know, the best to film. So I'm coming here, and Tom's coming here as well, and then we're just cleaning and keeping hands are so sore. So that's our sort of situation. I'm in lockdown at Tom's mum's with Tom and his mum, and then, I mean, we got the keys yesterday at the time of filming this, so we came here yesterday and we've come here today for like an hour, just to, I guess, look around and keep getting ideas, and then keep going on Pinterest and stuff like that. So that is the house situation. Obviously, you know, it is a really exciting time, but I am disappointed, and that's okay. We're allowed to be disappointed and still know what's going on with the world. So that's that. That's why I'm sat in plain white room. But literally, I've got this dress, another sort of long top dress to wear with leggings, another one, a hoodie, and it's just like I'm on rotate, guys. So it's not going to be anything stylish. I've not got any hair tools. I've got a comb and a hairband and some grips. I washed it yesterday. This is my natural everything. So I just don't have anything with me. I have my makeup bag with like my core stuff in, so I can put makeup on if I want to. I haven't yet, this is the first time I put a bra on. So yeah, that's why if I do manage to film stuff, I will look the same. Right, what else? So we've talked about the house, blah, blah, blah. Let me just have a little scroll down my Twitter. Just so I can, because sometimes I'm not very good at articulating things in conversation, because then I start getting anxious, so it always helps when I have like things written down that I have said. But on the day, like a couple of days before lockdown, I went on a walk with one of my best friends, and that was lovely. And then that night as well, we had a little get together with my primary school friends, Greg, Tash and Shannon. It was great. We had a sleepover, and then like literally a few days after, it's like everything, you just shut down. So right, I've been afraid to talk about it. I've been afraid to say anything, because if you do say something, I'll probably get something wrong, and if I don't say anything, that's also wrong. So it's been really difficult to sort of know what to say. But I've been really enjoying, there's little things that you appreciate in times like this. The house party app, fabulous with your friends. I'm so pleased that I got to spend Mother's Day with my family and my mama, and I cooked a lovely lunch, and I miss them so much. I can't believe how greedy some people are being. Like, it is times like this that show how selfish some can be and how selfless others can be. Right, I'm going to read a thread that I wrote because it can explain a bit about my health. So, I was housebound/bedbound for a good few years in my teens with ME/chronic fatigue syndrome and epilepsy when they're at their worst. So I was completely housebound, like in my own little lockdown. So many are effectively quarantined for years due to their illness. So take a moment to think of those who live every day like this. It's strange that the whole world feels housebound and that the world is adapting to everyone's needs. I suppose this is a way for people to understand those who suffer with chronic illnesses, dealing not only with their condition but the daily grief faced when missing out on the simplest of things previously taken for granted. For many, isolation is their life. When this is over, I really hope the support people need is not forgotten. I hope more chronic conditions are learnt about. Saying that though, you can very much build a happy little world around you, even stuck inside, even with disabilities and chronic conditions. The little things matter, the little wins matter, and the happy moments matter. So this whole situation is very much bringing my mentality back to, I'm at high school, I'm stuck in this bedroom, I can't move, I was in paralysis for a little while, like I can't do anything for myself, I'm not in control, and the world is still turning and leaving me behind. The only difference here is everyone's on pause. We're not getting left behind, but it's hard to get out of that mentality. So it's bringing back, like, in my teens, like my depression and anxiety and OCD were at their peak. It peaks and troughs, as anyone with mental health issues knows, but it is bringing that back, and I am finding it quite hard to cope. But then saying that, I think, well, there are people out there that are worse. There are people out there fighting on the front line. There are people saving lives, and I just can't sit in my bedroom. So apologies if I sound ignorant. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video on like things I'm appreciating whilst being in lockdown. I don't know. Right. So that's my health. I also want to say, so this is another thread of tweets I wrote. So many of the UK's lowest paid staff have finally been recognised as important and as key workers. It's just sad that it's taken this for that to happen. I hope the respect for key workers and their value continues to be appreciated. Teachers, medical staff, vets, supermarket staff, carers, crisis workers, police officers, delivery drivers, etc. My sister has fibromyalgia and continues to work at her special needs school, caring for the vulnerable children and those of key workers. She does all she can for these children to make sure their routines are as normal as possible. And for many children, their only safe space is school, and their only guaranteed meal is at school. For them, no school means no safety. So my sister works at a special needs school, and of course all of them are vulnerable. So she's still doing the best she can, and my best friend's a teacher and she's doing all she can, and it's just great to see like the online community as well, like Jo Wicks being like the nation's PE teacher. Like it is nice. There are lots of things that are really positive. What else did I want to say? Oh, there was one night that I was just up for so long thinking about this, because a friend knows like a police person, and obviously this is something we can assume anyway being in this current situation, but domestic abuse will be on the rise. Marital murder might be on, like, you just, in situations when you're trapped in an abusive household, in an abusive relationship, have no control anyway, that person now can't go anywhere or do anything, so you're going to be the person they take it out on even more. And I was thinking, what are these people going to do? What's going to happen? And there's been an increased report of domestic abuse and all this, but that was something that I was really worried about. I still don't know the answers. I tweeted this, so I retweeted it from someone. There's if you're in an abusive relationship and your partner tracks your every move, even online, the Warehouse has a shielded site function that allows you to access Women's Refuge without leaving any evidence in your browser. This won't appear in your history and it's fast to exit. And then I also tweeted, for anyone isolating with an abuser of any kind and feel trapped more than ever, there's an app called Bright Sky disguised as a weather app. So it's just something to think about. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about like zoo animals. Are they okay? Are people now taking their anger out on their dogs, on their cats, on their animals? I've just like hit my head. I can't sleep. Like it's just so much. This is what I've articulated well, so I'm going to read this. I put, we can be aware that self-isolating is more important right now and still be sad about missing things. We are allowed to be disappointed about something being cancelled, postponed or rescheduled. It doesn't mean we don't know what's going on or have our priorities mixed up. I did a typo. I put priorities. Great. Yeah, there's just a lot. And there's so much that we all take for granted, and I feel like because I've had this before, not like when I literally couldn't leave my bed, and then when you leave the house and just step out on the grass, obviously we can go in the garden and go on a walk, but like just the day you are able to like step into the cinema or step into the cafe again, like it's an amazing feeling. So that's something to look forward to. The other thing, uni. I'm a second year uni student of psychotherapeutic counselling. I was in placement and obviously doing lectures and face-to-face tutorials and assignments and essays and stuff, and I was loving it. It has been put on complete hold at least until late June. So I'm devastated because my dream, I just want to be a counsellor. Like I've got like a year and a half left, and I love placement, I love it. And I'm learning so much, and it's just what I want to do. It's what I've always wanted to do, but didn't feel able to when my health was really bad. So I feel disappointed that is kind of on pause. And also, this, like the YouTube world, it's unstable as income. It just is, obviously, like we all know that. And, you know, I thought, right, it's time I do what I really I love this, but I thought it's really important that I do what I've always dreamed of doing and get that started. And I just feel like that's on pause. No work is coming through. Like so many influencers, hate the word, are just saying the same thing, like no money's coming in at all. Because why would you spend money on a campaign when, I don't know. I need to move this. This was like a case for my little mini tripod. So I don't know. I don't know what. So Becca Rose is a limited company. I'm the employer or director and employee. I'm not self-employed technically, and I'm not freelance technically. So I don't know what I can do. Can I apply for anything? Like how can I earn money at this time? I know there's bigger things. I know people are in worse positions, but it is a worry. I miss singing. We was rehearsing so I'm in an opera group and I love it. I auditioned last year and it's just changed my world and I love it and I miss it. I miss the community, I miss singing. I can sing in this house because like there's no one else here right now and the echo and acoustics is great. But I miss it so much. And concerts were coming up and performances were coming up and auditions for the next main opera, we were going to do the Mikado. Don't know if that's going to be happening. So it's just, yeah, I'm sad about that because that was my sort of escape and my thing, you know. But and church, I miss church. Not necessarily the building because, you know, I couldn't go every Sunday, but I miss the community and I was helping on an Alpha course and I miss that. And also I'm assuming everyone's faith is sort of a bit like, what's going on? I also tweeted, every time you find yourself thinking, oh, I wish I could do this, make a note of it. And when this is all over, you'll have a list of wishes you can now fulfill. Even things that seem small, they'll feel huge on the other side. Yeah, I just feel like lack of control. I have got OCD and it's not contamination OCD. It's not, so I'm fine with the excessive, it's not that. It's lists and organisation and plans and structure and it's gone. Like I've got rituals and routines and that's gone. My anxiety is not too bad. Depression is peaks and troughs. I've got all my medication, that will be fine. But it's just like, at the very beginning, I slept for like the first 3 days because I was like, I just want to sleep the day away. But that was my mentality back then. I was like, I can't do that again. No matter what we do, we'll do something. And I'm so grateful to be with my boyfriend. His mum is like cooking the most amazing meals for us and we're just all together and we're making sure we do stuff all together, but also we've got our own separate space, which is really lovely. I FaceTime my parents every day, my sister, we can house party with my friends on the app, it's great. We've got Netflix and all that kind of thing. So I think that is what I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry it was a bit of a brain dump. I'm sorry I can't have a fringe at the moment because I don't have any straighteners. I don't have any, like, this is my natural floof. Oh, I've got pins and needles. It's all happening. It's all happening. Let me know how you're coping. Do you want YouTube videos? Is this a good escape? People don't watch me anymore. Anyway, I know that. I've become irrelevant. I'm trying, but like, I don't know. I'm not good at like all the trends that are going around and stuff. I just know how to do me, so I can't be anything else. So yes, I'm not ignorant to the fact that not many people watch me, but Hopefully this might be a nice little space. I don't know. Do you care? I hope you're alright. I care. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're all in a safe situation. I hope you're coping. But I'm thinking of doing like, it's limited obviously, because if I was in my own space or back at that my rented house, I had my filming set up, I could do makeup stuff, I've got my lights, I could do normal videos, I'd have all my clothes and everything. But at the moment, we've got a white wall and me. So chatty ones or just house videos when things can happen. If paint arrives, we'll paint together. I don't know. We can go on a daily walk together. But I just miss Rupert. I feel like there's no purpose in walking without Rupert. Okay. Anyway, I was just thinking of maybe doing a video like things I'm loving or appreciating in lockdown, things I'm looking forward to when this is over. What else have I written down? Series to watch during this. Cutting my boyfriend's hair if Tom lets me. His hair is hilarious. It's got so long, like it's quite long anyway, but it's got so long and it's all in his eyes. So every morning I'm like twisting and puffing like this basically, and it's so funny. Yeah, just let me know. So thank you for watching. Lots of love. If you've watched this far, I don't know, but maybe it's taken 20 minutes out of your day. And I haven't talked about it, it's not because I'm forgetting or anything, I just don't know what to say regarding NHS workers and all these key workers. Like, thank you so much. I don't know what else to say. Amazing, flawless, and it's just taken for granted so much. So, big love to all the NHS workers, supermart workers. Supermart? I can't speak. Is anyone else like losing the ability to talk? Anyway. I love you and leave you, and hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!